What's going on? It's your dog Art Man Boxing, and we're back with another art session. But first, let me chop it up with the guys. I have to talk about Devin Haney, the young man, the dream, the champion. Devin Haney, we got to talk about that dude. Like, it was amazing, man. It was everything I said it was going to be. Despite me saying that George Kambosos was going to get knocked out, I still believe that Devin Haney was going to win this fight very easily. And I called it because we were sitting here watching the video with him and To Go, or Kambosos and To Go, whatever, sparring. And I'm like, dude, this guy can't even get past the jab. Devin got one of the best jabs in the game. But anyways, it was a good fight. Um, Devin Haney, he frustrated with the jab. He totally nullified everything that George Kambosos was able to bring to the table. Um, he shut him out, dude. It was a shutout. It was a complete shutout, dude. But hold on, let me get this situated real quick. Yeah, but that shit was a blowout, dude. Devin Haney, he did his thing. He made that shit look super duper easy. I mean, super easy. Like, what could we really say? We all seen the fight. And then we hear things like George Kambosos said the fight was boring and this, and that. But it's like, dude, that's how you know. Whenever a fighter use a word, whenever they use words like boring or running or it's already them admitting defeat. So it is what it is, man. Devin Haney, he made that shit easy, my guy. One thing I like about that fight, though, and it's crazy. One thing I liked about that fight is Tim Bradley basically cheered Devin on during the fight. He called it. He was just like, "Yo, man, Devin Haney's doing his thing, man," and Joe Tessitore was just sitting there hating on the young king. But hold on, let's get to it. Let's get fucking to it. Hold on. 1 second. But yeah, anyways, man, I really wonder what's next for Devin Haney. Honestly, because just judging how there's the commentators or whatever talking on ESPN, it's like they're really trying to sway what's his name, George Kambosos, not to take the rematch because it's such an unnecessary rematch, nigga. Like, Jesus Christ, George, you're not that guy. But I get it why George wants to do it because nigga, look, that's another fucking 10 plus mil. You know what I'm saying? Could be he's gonna be lit, man. He did his thing, but it's crazy that this is where it comes to, when it comes to, man. What's going on, brother Julius?
All right, man. What's up with you, my man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Still got a little cold, but I'm doing good.
I hear you. That's good, brother.
Yeah. But how you feeling, man?
Feel great, man. Chess, ready eventually for this Bud and Errol's fight to get signed, and just feeling good, man. Boxing is real good right now.
I know you see my little video I posted of them looking like New Edition and Floyd
I
being
love
the
that, man. Yeah, that was good, man. That was
that
good.
shit went, it's going viral. Let me see the
Oh
numbers
yeah,
on
that
the
went
video.
viral. And like I had got into not got into it. We were just tweeting back and forth about it. And some people were like, well, Bud's supposed to be in it. I said, yeah, Bud. I said Bud could have been in there instead of Floyd. But other than that, man, it was nice, man. Everything about it was good, man. I enjoyed all of it. Straight all of it, man.
Facts. That shit got 11,000 views, 808 likes, and 400 retweets.
Yeah, it was good, man.
And I made sure to put my name on there. My website on there,
Right.
and it even got me some customers too. That's what I
That's
love.
good.
That's what I love about it, man. But I was just posting that just to joke around, but it's like just to show people for real, like our guys, our guys doing them, they doing their thing, man. Like we looking like some A+ students right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. But it's always been like that. But yeah,
That's
it's
the
good
truth,
that
though.
you
It
shine
always
that
been
light
like
on
that.
it.
But now it's to a point where it's like, man, you can't even question it. This not
Yeah,
even up for debate.
yeah, man. And I think also a good thing about it is that it's a lot of young fighters that are coming up. I like young fighters coming up. The only thing that I don't like about what's going on right now is I don't like this marinating these fights. I want to see young fighters fight each other at a young age. I don't want to wait until they're 28, 29, 30, 32, 33. They can fight at 21, 23, 24. So, yeah,
Man, you know
so
what I noticed?
you talking about the Cambosis thing? Yeah, I'm
I'm getting a
okay with
lot of
Shakur fighting
backlash.
Devin next, huh?
I get a lot of backlash from people when I talk about Morrell fighting Benavidez.
It's a good fight. It's a good
His
fight.
fans talk about, oh, David go wash him. It's easy. He don't deserve it. He only got 6 fights. They need to marinate. I'm like, dude, y'all saying everything, but they should fight right now. I'm like, dude, I want to see it. I don't, man, come on. I'm not really invested into the guy where it's like I want to wait 10 years to see y'all fight. I want to see that shit right now.
It's a good fight, man. Uh Morrell gonna have to fight different than he fought Saturday night because you know he was standing, and that's why I wanted to see Morrell fight more than 2 or 3 rounds. So I saw that he's a good fighter, but technically he gonna have to box a little bit more. He got the full package. He got fast hands, he got decent defense, and he's aggressive. But he just got to do a couple technical things because Ronnie Shields is a good coach. So um I'm ready. If they fight next, then so be it. That's a good fight.
I think Morrell really just need to go to Breadman. Make
Who?
them Breadman make those adjustments.
Brother, you
Cause soon he
yeah,
gonna be on this hot streak. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hot as fish grease, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I think Morrell need to stay right where he at. But it was interesting that I read something that Breadman has said. Um, he do a little series for boxing scene, some Q&As, right? And I didn't read everything, but I did see this that he was saying that somebody was saying, Brad man, we like your picks, how you pick fights. What's up, Gene? And stuff like that. And he was like, well, I could get that platform if I get 1 or 2 more fighters that win a world title. See, that's the thing that and look, don't get me wrong. If Breadman can get on the national scene, I'm with it. But man, sometimes when you want to get on the national scene, you don't be as honest as you can be, because you be worried about I don't want to say the wrong things, because later on down the road I don't want to have to answer for that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no one to ask me, "Hey man, why did you say so and so was a shot fighter?" You know what I'm saying? So that's why when he picked fights, it looked like he picking both fighters, because he trying not to upset folks. And I ain't down with that.
Me neither. You see me, I be picking whatever. Win, lose, draw. I pick my people. You know what I'm saying? I pick whoever.
Right.
If I think the next person gonna win, I think this person gonna win. Like I
What's up,
remember
D?
I picked Marcus Brown to win, and people were like, "Oh man, your boy Marcus Brown lost." I'm like, "Well, shit, that's boxing.
Yeah, that's
Good
boxing.
fight."
Yeah, I picked against Marcus Brown only because I've seen things in Marcus Brown that made me believe that he wasn't going to be able to win a tough fight like that. And it turned out that it was, because Marcus Brown was winning that fight.
But
Now,
when the
we
going
have
got
to be
when it
honest.
got tough,
Yeah, but when he got tough, he quit. Yep. Not only did he quit, he stopped throwing punches. So,
what you think about tomorrow's fight? Tomorrow's early morning fight.
yeah, another reason these guys ain't, trying to promote anyway. Um, I mean, I'm thinking that Inoue probably gonna win again. I mean, because like I said, Donaire is a 39-year-old man. You know what I'm saying?
True.
39. I mean, and look, Donaire's still dangerous because he can punch. You know what I'm saying? And I saw Inoue's eye, and
I
he
just
looked
watched that
different.
fight for the first time.
Yeah, he physically looked different since that Donaire fight. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I seen it in that second round. He hit him
Yeah.
with that left hook. And my thing is, he said he was wearing those winning gloves, and those gloves are not really puncher's gloves. He
Mm-hmm.
said this time around, I get to wear my gloves that I wanted to wear during the fight, which is the
MX. Yeah.
MX gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, if he could get off first, ain't no telling he might drop a Nui. A
I
Nui
mean,
might
he
have to
gonna
get himself off them
anyway gonna be
canvas.
right in his face, so he ain't
Yeah.
got to go looking for him. That's for sure. Hey, what's up, Cried? I want to see that fight too. I want to see Morel fight Boo Boo too, or Caleb Plant, either one, or Benavides. It doesn't matter to me. He can fight any of them. You
But
know
they saying they don't even want to see that shit at all, Julius.
what's that now?
People tell me they don't want to see Morel versus them at all right now.
Oh, any of them guys?
Yep.
Nah, he definitely got to fight. Look, man, what people don't understand to me, Caleb Plant is a gatekeeper. He's just a gatekeeper. He just got a good name because he fought Canelo, so he got a little fan base from that. He got some notoriety from that. But to me, and that's why it's just an opinion. He's a gatekeeper. So David Morrell fighting Caleb Plant is just another step towards fighting a champion. That's all.
But here's my thing though. They keep on
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Well, this guy need to do this and need this." They got this man recognized as a regular champion.
You talking about David Morrell?
Yeah, that's still a position.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Art. I don't know exactly like what these title situations are, man.
I know they
Because
kind of
you know what I'm
confusing, ain't
saying?
they?
Like for real, because I don't know, if Canelo come back, like who's gonna, I mean, I don't understand because I get the idea that nobody's gonna make him that's what I'm saying, gonna tell Canelo, hey, you're not the champion anymore. But at the same time, I don't see him keeping all those belts. So by this time next month, we could be talking about David Morrell being a real world
And that's
champion.
what I keep on telling people. So I'm like, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if they might put him in a position where he's the champion. Might
Yeah,
make Morrell versus John Ryder.
yeah, yeah. And he gonna ride John Ryder right out in the ring.
He gonna knock John Ryder out the fucking ring, man.
No
Hell
doubt
no.
about it.
Who this picture coming together
Yeah.
real nice.
Well, Teach, the judges didn't rob him because two reasons. He didn't have a no judges from Great
Australia. I was
Britain
telling
or
people.
Australia. So once they did, I saw that. I'm like, okay, he got a shot to win a decision. And I'm gonna say this though. And D Hive said it about the fight because I ain't had a chance to break down the fight at all. So I
Yeah,
I
we
give
gonna
you
talk
my
about it.
opinion. Okay, whenever you're ready, I'll break it down. But yeah, he definitely did though, man. They didn't rob him. Said Ryder ain't ready for Morrell. Ryder ain't ready for Morrell, but they sure trying to set him up for a Canelo fight.
Because maybe that's the guy he ready for.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a 2-round knockout. John Ryder, another guy that's on the level of Caleb Plant, a gatekeeper. And the only reason that people don't believe what I'm saying right now about this guy is because, Caleb Plant just got one loss. But trust and believe me, it's going to be all downhill from here, man.
You ain't fucking lying. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You're not lying, man. And Caleb Plant, he really fucked up in the public eye doing that, talking to Canelo shit. Because I don't care if you try to backtrack it or whatever, nigga. You done lost my respect with that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Because boxing is a machismo sport. I mean, it's not like being in tennis. You know what I'm saying? Like and even basketball and all them sports, man, where guys are super friendly and hugging and patting each other on the tail and all that.
Doing
Like,
little secret, little cold handshakes and shit.
yeah, all them cold
Man.
handshakes and all that. Like that stuff is frowned upon in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Period. And if you sitting up there, what he was really trying to do was he didn't want Canelo to beat him up any worse. That's all. He just didn't want to get beat up any worse. It wasn't he was trying to get no gratification and all that dumb stuff. No, he just didn't want to take that beating. It's like Teddy Atlas should say. He was making a silent agreement. Like, man, don't beat me too bad. You know.
Damn. Damn. Damn, Plant.
That's what it looked like, man. Devin Haney, man. Me and D Hive had a good laugh at each other, man, in regards to some of those pictures today. I don't know if you saw it up on Twitter, man,
About who?
about the Devin Haney and the lady that kissed him, and then his girlfriend came
Oh,
in
India Love.
immediately.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and I said, man, where all them white girls come from? LOL. And D Hive started laughing, man. He like, come on, Junior.
Nah,
You
he
know what I'm
with
saying?
India Love though. She's a fine piece. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
India Love. Is she a singer?
No. she
Oh,
just
what
she
is
just
she?
fine. That's what she is. That's
No, I'm saying like you know her name like right up. That's
yeah,
why I
because
was
he
asking like
because the
what did she
reason why
do?
Julius because he ain't the first brother who had her.
Gotcha. Was she an Instagram model?
Yeah,
Oh my
there's a
god.
famous picture of the rapper The Game.
Oh, the game had her?
Yeah, he was in the park putting his fingers where the sun don't shine.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
not
but
in
the
the one that
game,
stink.
the game is like in its 40s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying yeah. So
Okay.
she probably teaching Devin some things.
Oh, she an older girl.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Nah, I gotta
Yeah,
take my hat off to her because to him because she fine as a motherfucker.
I know. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I know nothing about it. When I just thought it was a mixed girl that was just going up kissing on him. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
That's just
she
a regular mix,
little mixy.
girlfriend of his.
Yeah, yeah. I get where you can perceive that from, but yeah, he doing his thing though. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more to come.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, he need to do like Money May. Uh, he don't need to do like Money May, but yeah, unless he gonna make billions. Other than that, man, get them all high price girls on the way from him, man. Girls mean him no good, man.
Yeah, she is high priced because she done fucked
Yeah,
around
high
with the
price girl,
yeah
man.
the ballers done fucked around with her. So
Yeah,
it's like yeah,
exactly.
but she fine. She good to keep around for the time being. Maybe
Yeah,
she doing some things to the young Haney that he ain't never seen before.
yeah, I think so because he wasn't like growed up in the hood and all that, so she
Yeah, he
might can
wasn't
run a
touching
little
up
bit of
on
game
chicks and
on him.
shit at an early age like the rest of us.
Yeah, she can run some game on him. I hear you, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, but you know how I go. But it's certain things that you know, I just don't hope no Robin Givens situation go on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. Hey, let me tell you something. They go on so much that a lot of times they go on, we don't even know because we'll say, oh, okay, so and so broke up, but behind the scenes they done paid them, a $500,000 or $1 million not to exploit, things about them, like they like to have their feet licked or their tail licked or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like
Oh
these things
yeah,
go
oh
on,
yeah,
we don't know nothing about them, man.
oh
So
yeah, most definitely.
yeah,
And
because
and I'm gonna keep
yeah,
it 100, and that's why I feel like Will Smith don't have a divorce with Jada.
yeah,
Not to switch the subject a little bit,
yeah, I
because
feel you.
the reason why I feel like I ain't gonna lie, I respect Will Smith, and even if it was like this, I would still respect him. I think the man he did some things,
Yeah, well,
with another man.
it's been some Hollywood,
Yeah,
rumors. And and here's the thing. And this is men have to know that they worth sometimes, man. Like I'm
true.
a, I'm gonna kick some game up here tonight. Men got to know their worth. We don't have to, and this ain't no bash women day. This is real talk. Will Smith is the catch in their relationship. He's the one with the great career. Um, do anyone talk about Jason Lyric anymore?
Hell no.
Okay. And when we talk about menace to society, we talk about two people, old dog and my man. You get what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
not talking about Jada Pinkett part in that movie. I guarantee you. So, you know, what is her career like? Her career with what the bank robbery movie? What was the name of that, man?
Set it off.
Set It Off. Do we? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a hood classic, but bruh, nobody talking about that no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anyone saying to me, "Hey, Julius, hey man, you wanna catch Set It Off?" I mean, but Will Smith is a international superstar. You know what I'm saying? In the
Fucking right.
music game and in the acting game. So he's the catch in that whole situation. You know, ain't nobody living off of Jada Pinkett money. They living off of Will Smith money. His children benefited from Will Smith and his career. And
So you
then
saying
they got a
they
career.
didn't benefit off the cameo on the Matrix?
No, bro, they didn't do it off, set it off, and Jason Lyric. That's point blank. And and then I saw people saying, and it's probably true, how sad Michael B. Jordan is. Michael B. Jordan had to look at this. Steve Harvey dated that girl mama. She was in Memphis, Tennessee, dating a kingpin drug dealer. That girl father is a kingpin drug dealer. All right. And Lori is her name. Okay. I'm talking about her father.
Damn,
And
I ain't know all that.
yeah, and Steve Harvey took the you know, the lady from him when he got arrested. This documented, man. You can Google this.
Oh
I don't
damn,
know
I
this
didn't
guy
know that.
name, but before we get off, Google it so you can tell us that guy
I heard
name.
something like that before,
And
but I
yeah, that's not his birth daughter. Steve Harvey got kids, they older. But yeah, so pretty much, man, I have to be honest. Lori um Harvey now, what is her skill? What is her profession? What does she do?
she just look good.
Yeah. And we don't know how much work they done had. And that's another thing. We talk about these people looking good, but a lot of times, man, they just clay. You know what I'm saying? They been worked on. They just clay. They done got their lips done. They got their butt done. They got their breasts done. They got their hair done. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is fake. Like, come on, man. I just
So you saying these ball players and these boxers need to find them a homegrown woman in the church, huh?
absolutely. I mean, absolutely, man. Or a fellow athlete, you know what I'm saying, or something along those lines. You know, like I said, I mean,
Like
think
Devin
about it.
Haney need to get him a Shakari Richardson.
Anything better. I like the girl that Shakur got.
But
You get what I'm saying?
she an Instagram model too, brother Julius.
Hey, I like her though because I don't see her getting in the way of his career though. I mean, you know, but how many people done had her?
I don't know. I ain't know too much about it, but
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
just
saying.
like the
I
fact
thought she was a
I just like the
singer.
fact that it's black love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I don't be
that's
hating on
black
niggas like
love
that.
there, brother.
But
But
yeah.
yeah,
As long as they don't end up like Tio.
yeah. Oh my god, man.
But what's your thoughts on the fight, George Kambosos versus Devin Haney?
Devin was able to establish the jab right away, and that was the most important part of the fight. He established the jab right in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Um, then once he established the distance, and he picked up Cambose's
Rhythm.
speed and rhythm right away. Um, Also, Cambosis wasn't willing to sell out in the fight to try to make something happen. Now, at first, he said that he was going to sell out and he didn't. The only reason that he sold out in the Lopez fight is because he hurt Lopez. You know what I'm saying? And Lopez brought the fight to him. Cambosis to me looked more like a counterpuncher than he do a come forward fighter. Because I have to be honest, bro. I don't know a lot about Cambosa's fight game. So I was going into the fight, you know, trying to fill out who Cambosis really was too. And from what I saw, he looked more like a counterpuncher. And you know, the better counterpuncher, you know, won 9 or 10 rounds. That's what happened, bro. You know, he beat him to the punch. And again, I'm gonna say this, Art, and this is history, man. Eventually, Dev gonna have to start to get these guys out of here, not because of anything other than when you fight a lot. George Foreman say this a lot. When you fight, you don't want to have a whole lot of rounds under you. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
every single fight, you can't just be a 12 round decision. You get what I'm saying? Because 12 rounds is a long fight and it's the wear and tear. And I'm not talking about getting hit because Devin don't get hit. But you know, I'm talking about hand injuries, shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Because didn't he have a surgery not that long ago?
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you want to prevent injuries, you know, from yourself, man. But other than that, the kid did his
And that's what I
thing,
be
man.
wondering
Looked
too,
good.
because even myself, I notice when I go to the gym, right, and I be working out or
Mhm.
whatever, I notice like, damn, okay, let me not keep on bouncing on my leg like that.
Right.
These brothers, they got to do this camp after camp after camp. So I feel like that could put a lot of wear and tear on your body. Just doing the
I
that's why
agree.
that's why your man Terrence Crawford said he don't want to he don't you know what I'm saying, he don't want to do this for too long because the training camps getting a little tougher.
Yeah, I mean, he getting older because he got 20 plus years of wear and tear. It's not, a couple years anymore. It's 20 plus years, 30 years worth of bouncing on that one leg, doing these same, I mean, just hitting the heavy bag. Look, we could just talk about that. Just hitting the heavy bag. That's a workout in itself. If you go in a gym and you hit the heavy bag for an hour, bro, you done worked out everything in your body, your hands sore, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know
Your
that's
feet
why
numb.
people be like, oh, Art man go to Lifetime Fitness and all that shit. I'm like, first, I'm not a professional boxer, and two, y'all don't understand that how much of a work that is. 30 minutes on the bag, get on the treadmill, then lift some weights, and then leave, man. Motherfucker be tired as hell.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about people who do this every day, and they do that to go fight.
And how
They don't.
about the
People just feel like, oh,
running?
these guys just drop weight. No, they drop weight to go fight.
Yeah. And then you talking about running, X mile. I mean, man, these guys run like a car. You should put gas in them because these guys go out run 6 miles. They might run 8 miles. So in a week time, they done ran 30 miles. And that's why I kind of agree with the training methods of Juan Diaz when he was doing the swimming and the stuff like that. Because man, you want to take as much pressure off of yourself and as possible. Because man, so that's my thing on Devin Haney is that bro, he gonna have to get some of these guys out of here. He may have to take more chances, whatever the case may be. He gonna
One
want
thing,
to do that.
he had a performance to me. I give that an
Yeah,
A, but
I
it
give
could have
him
been
a,
an A
A.
plus.
Yeah,
He could have been an A plus if he decided to let off more combinations. I feel like he didn't want to get no mishaps or none of this. He didn't want to leave it to chance, so he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just school him
yeah,
to make sure he don't hit me at all."
yeah. I'm just gonna swim and don't get wet in this fight. Yep, I agree with that. But man,
But he
like,
could have took it to him because
yeah,
Cambosis wasn't himself all the way.
yeah. And that's where I go into, you're gonna have to get these guys out of here because of wear and tear, on your body. What's up, D?
What's going on, y'all?
What's up with your brother?
Not a whole lot. So outside of the Devin Haney situation, what else y'all get into?
Um,
I talk
we were
about.
just talking about life,
All right,
just being real.
y'all gonna watch NUA in the morning?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you something,
I'm
man.
watching it.
Uh, I I'm not.
I'm not gonna be
I
awake for that.
can do your I can go through your what you say happened, round for round, bro. Unless and I'm not to be too graphic, unless I got to get up and pee first thing in the morning, bro. I won't be up at 5 o'clock in the morning watching them guys tussle. And no way in the world.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not gonna.
reason why I'm doing it because I'm off work tomorrow and I'm just painting right now.
Okay.
Right.
I'm definitely not gonna do it. I'm gonna just. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna be awake for that.
No, no way. Hey, look, man, don't get me wrong. I have woken up because I'm a big tennis fan too now. So I have woke up in the morning in these major tournaments like the French Open or Wimbledon, and I had checked out a Nadal match or a Coco match or a Serena Williams match or Venus Williams. But it got to be something special going on. You get what I'm saying? Like Inoue and Donaire, we done
Like
seen.
if it was Devin Haney versus Kambosos
Right,
at that time, I definitely because I was
right.
for some reason I was expecting it to be like that.
Exactly. If
So
that match was at 6 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Is it,
all in.
is
But
it for
not for no
undisputed?
rematch of a fight like that.
Is it for undisputed this time because they both got belts, or
yeah, I
I
don't think
don't
it's
think that
undisputed. I
I
think
don't
they
think
missing
they
one
got
belt.
yeah, I think they both got one belt. I could be
No,
wrong.
Anui got two belts. Donaire
Okay,
got one belt.
oh
so it's
wow,
yeah, it's a unified
some
three belts.
some dude named Paul Butler. Oh yeah, Paul Butler just beat
England.
Casimiro. Oh wow, so
Okay.
gotta
Well,
give him
look,
that.
my thing is this, man. You know, now is some people that's out there that act like now that everything got to be a mandatory, I mean not a mandatory, but an undisputed match. Like, come on, man. Inoue does not have to fight Paul Butler for people to know he the best at 118. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to see that fight. He could go on up and fight a pound for pound fighter and one of the top 10 fighters in the world, and Cool Boy Steph at 122. And I've been hollering for this forever. I also been hollering for a major fight for Inoue, and that's for him to fight Chocolito. You know, if Roman Gonzalez is what he say he is, all he got to do is move up 3 pounds. All he have to do instead of losing those last 2 pounds is to just weigh in at 117 and fight anyway. So I'm just sick of these guys making excuses for certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? That they like. D-High made a good point today about guys making excuses about hard fights for their favorite fighters. That's why, thank God, I'm older. That none of these guys are just, you know what I'm saying, where I look in the mirror and be like, well, this guy, we could have went to school together, and this, you know what I'm saying? Nah,
It
none of
gets
that.
it really gets on my nerves because basically, whenever you're talking about a fight, like I think I put it like this. I said whenever you're talking about a fight and the fans start becoming the fighter's accountant, that's fear.
Yeah.
Like, why are you counting how much money it can possibly be?
Man, I
Like,
wanted to get your thoughts on that, Morel, man, because I don't like the energy that I'm getting from people.
they
It's
don't want to.
mixed.
They just don't want to be wrong. They don't want to because they just hopped off Canelo and got on Benavidez dick. And if Benavidez lose his next fight, they're all gonna look dumb. That's all.
And my thing is this: David Benavidez will fight David Morrell.
Right.
But
And he
the
should.
fans, like I say, and those guys ain't really fans of David Benavidez like that. They really ain't, man. And I mean, when David Benavidez was fighting, earlier on in his career, I'm talking about even when he won the title for the first time, it wasn't no big hoopla about David Benavidez. A lot of this love happened after Canelo lost. Let's be honest about that, man. So I don't see the love in him like that. You know what I'm saying? I
And
don't think
people
they really love him like that.
and people only like him because they think he beats Charlo. If they didn't think he was capable of beating Jamal Charlo, nobody would care about who Benavidez was.
Right, right. And I always tell people, if he beats Jamal Charlo, what did that mean? That's a good win. That's it. And the way, like I said before, man, I've said this on other shows, said it on this show. A loss, it shouldn't be the end of the world for a fighter. Donaire got 6 of them.
Right.
People still calling him pound, not pound, well, close to a pound for pound. Because if he win tomorrow night, I bet you start seeing people put him in the pound for pound and all that stuff. But
It's funny because they let Inoue be pound for pound top three off of that win. Dude,
right, and that's
30,
his biggest win.
yeah,
Right,
37 years old, 5 losses, and even got done up bad by Nicholas Walters, a dude who
right,
has accomplished nothing.
right. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. Point blank.
Right.
Point
And
blank.
I think it's absolutely nuts. I think it's absolutely nuts that everybody's already talking about who beats Devin Haney, who he needs to be fighting. I'm like, wait, hold on. Isn't this the time where you're supposed to say he's the man? He can do whatever he wants. Isn't it that type
Oh
of time?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's what I said afterwards, that um that people don't think that Cambosis deserved a rematch, and based upon that performance, he don't. But it should be what Devin want. If Devin cool, like you said, if Devin cool with fighting Cambosis again, hey, go have at it. You know what I'm saying? If I had my pick, I want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson next. That's really the fight I want to see. But I'm cool with Devin doing whatever he want to do, though, bro.
Right. And my thing is, if he's put in a situation where he has to actually fight Lomachenko, which I hope doesn't happen, I hope he screws Lomachenko real bad. I hope that he uses the A side privilege to make the situation horrible. Like I hope they fight in Oakland. I hope Lomachenko don't get no money. I hope that he picks the gloves and shit. Like I hope he just sticks it to Lomachenko after all this nonsense because he doesn't deserve Lomachenko doesn't deserve jack shit. He keeps losing and getting title shots.
I mean, Jason, that's a fact, bro. I mean, but Jason, like from watching boxing, it's always been that way. It's always been that way. Bro, I remember at one point in time in the mid to late 90s, man, everybody was black on the list. And even the Hispanic that was on the list was a black Hispanic. That was Trinidad. So I feel you 100%, bro. It's about to get real black like those days. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
And
they're running
you
out of
know,
they're running
uh,
out of bums. Like in all the divisions, all the bums have been used up. They're running out of bums, and the
yeah,
changing
they gotta come to the table now, right?
right, and the changing of the guard, they're all hungry. All the young killers, they're all good. They're all hungry. So like
Yeah.
at 168, you're running out of bums. At 160, you're running out of bums. At 135, you're running out of bums. The only
Mm-hmm.
place that's got a lot of bums is like 130. That's why Stevenson needs to just go ahead and move up.
Or 115 or 112 when they keep pumping up these guys, beating these scrub fighters and act so mesmerized. I mean, man, the way these guys be having the orgasms when Chocolito beat Juan Estrada or something, man, you would think that they had one of those robots that you were talking about today, man. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? These guys, man, like I said, man, they having straight orgasms watching these guys beat nobodies. I'm
These
sick of it, man.
they're the kids at school that see something as popular and then intentionally do the unpopular thing to try to draw attention to themselves and make themselves stand out. Nobody cares, and that's reflected by their paychecks. No one gives, and
Mm-hmm.
like you can enjoy Chocolatito's fights without giving a shit about him or his divisions. Like it's very possible. Like I don't mind Chocolatito. I think he's a cool fighter, but ultimately I don't give a shit about him or anything below 118, and I'm okay saying
Yes.
it.
Facts.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
say I'm not a legitimate boxing fan. That's not true. I've watched a lot of those fights. I just don't give a shit about them. I don't care about Chocolatito's career trajectory.
Bro, 115 is one of the newer weight classes. It used to be 112, 118, and then 126. And then they brought in 115 and 122. So let's be, and then they got the 108s and 105s. That stuff ain't been around forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it don't need to be a 115 division. It need to be a 112, then 118. Everybody 115 should be able to get down to 12. You know what I'm saying? And then 18 and 22, I can see that. Now that's a difference. But bro, the 112, it need to be 112 then 118.
You better than you better than me because if it was up to me, boxing would start at bantamweight. Ain't no who the hell wants to see a 102-pound man.
The only reason I would keep the 112 is because in wrestling they got divisions like that that go down low. You get what I'm saying?
For midgets,
So Huh?
Like for midgets? Like
Well, normally if you weighing in at 112, I guarantee you ain't no 5'9", 5'11", or nothing like that. You gonna be 5'2", 5'3". Ain't no question. Like you would say, a participation situation. You just want to participate. You 5'2.5". You know what I'm saying? You just try and get in shape. So your shape is 115.
and it's funny because they try to say that whenever you say that, they try to say, "Oh, well, you're just biased because no Americans are down there." And I'm like,
Right.
"Bruh, no Americans are down there because there's no fucking money down there. No, like they talk about how there's so much money in these Asian countries, and I'm like, okay, cool. The Japanese are running those little divisions. How much money they making? Not shit. So it's like, how lucrative would it be for an American to cut down to that weight class and make those little ass paychecks? Shit. Even Gary Antonio Russell needs to move up. To be honest.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. Well, he at 18.
Yeah, he's a bantamweight. He needs to go
Yeah,
ahead and
he
move
at
up to
18.
122.
I think he'll be there. I
Yeah,
think he'll be there soon.
he
But you
very
you
young.
got but you got to understand, man. It's a super champion up there at 22, and Gary Antonio Russell know that too. And that guy's Stephen Fulton. So these guys are trying to stay right away from him. Don't be surprised if Rashid Warren and Gary Antonio Russell fight for a vacant title, man. Because the WBA, I fully expect anyway that to be his last fight at 118 tomorrow. Win, lose, or draw. I don't think he gonna fight there again.
I hope so, because it's time. It's time he gets some legitimate smoke. All these dudes, Baloney, Payano, and all that shit. All that shit looks sweet, but it's time you to actually fight some certifieds.
Yeah. And at 22, man, they loaded with him. Even though um my man Stephen Fulton made Roman look average, Daniel Roman can fight. And that would be a real challenge for anyway. But you got Lewis Neri, man, Carlos Castro, Rashid Aleem. You got a lot of fighters, man.
Yeah,
And Aleem can fight.
yeah, he hit hard too, and Ronnie
Yeah,
Rios.
yeah.
Ronnie,
Figueroa, although I think Figueroa moving up,
no, he
you
left.
know.
He jetted because
Yeah,
because anyway, will stop his ass the way he fight.
yeah.
Anyway, beat
But
the shit out of
but I
Figueroa.
tell you this, he better get him out of there within the first couple rounds, because if Figueroa start coming down the stretch on him, Figueroa big boy, and then we might see if he could take Inoue punches, he gonna stop Inoue. Trust me, he'll stop him because he do good body work, and that's something that, like you say, them flea weights, they ain't used to that, man. They ain't used to nobody beating on their kidneys and liver.
Yeah, the only guy, and that's why I think this is definitely a good fight coming up next for MJ. One of the only people I know down there that does consistent and a lot of body work is Ronnie Rios. And the way MJ
Yeah.
looked his last fight, this shit might go left if he
Well,
hasn't made
look,
any adjustments.
to me, Roman beat AJ.
Right, a lot of people say that. Yeah,
MJ, I meant. Yeah.
I gotta rewatch it to be honest.
I mean, it was a back and forth fight, but man,
What's going on, man? I was
he
just on the
lost it.
phone. what, what y'all talking about?
Oh
We
man, we done went into a lot of different things. We was
we
just
talking
talking
about
about the
122 right now.
yeah,
Division.
122-pound division, right?
Yeah, I'm watching that fight tomorrow at
His
5
last
a.m.
Yeah. I hear you, brother. Good luck.
MJ last fight, he looked like ass.
He did. Definitely.
He looked kind of bad. So I definitely got to go back
Didn't he
and
fight
watch.
Roman in his last fight?
Nah, he fought some random.
Yeah.
He fought some random ass dude. But
Who's that guy fight with? DAZN?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, that's what makes me feel like that fight ain't happen, because Eddie Hearn just be like, well, you can't make it happen. He
nah,
doesn't want
Well,
to fight on DAZN.
because
well,
all MJ is gonna do is try to box Fulton, and he's gonna lose because Fulton's the better boxer.
what y'all know, man, that this guy only has women boxing and Anthony Joshua, really. So he trying to, and like the
And
Canelo
Canelo.
fight, yeah, the Canelo one fight or two. I mean, Canelo done lost with him. So let's be honest now. People talking like, Canelo is this or that, but Canelo is a smart businessman. He ain't really cool with this situation he done lost because he felt like he got fooled into this, even though he
That's why
made
he
the
Eddie Hearn
decision.
talking about. I don't think Canelo's gonna sign with me again.
And
Yeah,
that's
of
so
course
sad.
not.
That's so sad. You think you got your ass whooped, so you assume somebody baited you into taking too much smoke. Nah, you let
Man,
your
they
fans.
do that all the time, D Hive.
But he let
I,
his fans gas him up. I knew he wasn't fucking with no Bivol on a serious level.
Bro, let me tell you this, D Hive. This is a story that happened uh almost 20 years ago. It was a guy named Chris Thomas, right? Chris Thomas was from Virginia. And Chris Thomas fought at cruiserweight. And he had a fight, and it was me and a lot of different guys, man, that was involved in the situation. And what I'm saying, was trying to manage him. And he had his wife, and she a good person, but she was, he had a lot of leeway in it, right? So it was a promoter, a guy named Harry Barnett, right? Now Harry Barnett was a lawyer, got disbarred, but was a lawyer for George Foreman, and he was, matter of fact, he was in the Thriller in Manila. But anyway, he set this fight up, promoted this fight, had him fight some African dude that had a losing record, I believe. And Chris Thomas had a hometown fight in Richmond. He lost. The guy beat him up, and the guy blamed everybody. He was 4-5-0. He ain't have no heavy record, and the other guy he fought was maybe 4-6. So it just let you know, man. I only brought that point up because these guys are blamed promoters and everybody when they lose, man. They will blame everybody, everybody, and it ain't just the fighters like that. It's the so-called good or great fighters. They'll lose and blame everybody.
I mean, he should blame his fans. To be honest, they were the ones that were saying he could do something with Usyk.
But
They,
Usyk, oh my god!
like they really, they really had him believing he
But
was
now they
going to
acting
do.
like they didn't even say that shit.
Right. The only reason why he even said that is because when he said he might want to fight Macabuti, everyone was like, "Oh, Canelo might be able to do something." I'm like, "Bro, Usyk will run him the fuck over. What are you talking about? Do you see how
You
big
know what I
Usyk
think it
is?"
is? Canelo. I feel like Canelo just got so comfortable that he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just fight at my natural weight and think I could still have the same abilities."
Right.
I mean, and you're absolutely right, because this is the weight that he been walking around at. But also, something that D Hive said a month ago that nobody, including me, really talked about. And that's one reason I think that Canelo should be really at 160, but he can't really do no road work because of that knee. He can't do no road work. So Canelo probably get on a treadmill for a little while, and he just try to make 168 or whatever, what I'm saying, the best way he can. But I think that road work got a lot to do with why Canelo is not fighting at 160, and he fighting more at his weight at 75 and stuff like that.
That and the reality that he couldn't knock out a cold at 160.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has zero knockouts as a middleweight.
true.
And I definitely at 160, at 154 and 160, Charlo and Andre beat him. And Charlo might actually beat like Andre on decision him. Charlo at 160 at one point might have actually beat the shit out of him. Like bad.
Man, and that's why I was so heartbroken when that franchise championship came about, dude. Because I remember sitting watching both of the Triple G fights in Charlo versus Hugo Centennial or whatever, thinking to myself, "Oh yeah, after this fight, Charlo's gonna be the mandatory. So bring on Canelo." I'm like, man, if this is the best Canelo that versus Triple G, he definitely gonna get his ass knocked out against Charlo.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all guys this, man. And I was thinking this even before Canelo got beat. he gonna definitely be the favorite against Triple G, but not by as much as people think. Because Canelo, to me, man,
He lost
Triple
the
G
juice.
beat him twice already. In my opinion, I think Triple G done beat him twice. So Triple G is gonna be on cloud nine with confidence. He's not gonna be where he gonna be like, oh, I'm in awe. He done beat him twice.
He probably like, damn, this is the rematch, Craig. Ready
And,
to throw his fucking
yeah,
knock Canelo out.
and yeah, and look at it. Canelo confidence gonna be low. Like he ain't gonna be coming into this fight at an all-time high in confidence. Man, people just don't realize the psyche of boxers when they lose. Like especially high-level boxers. It ain't like a baseball team that lose on Monday and then go right back out there Tuesday like Monday never happened. No, it's a psychological thing. Also, Bivol beat him from pillar to post. He wasn't even competitive in that fight.
It wasn't even
And yeah,
competitive.
and
Right.
that's in his prime, man.
Bivol,
Trust me.
Bivol was
Yeah.
in there waxing that ass.
Yeah,
That was terrible.
yeah.
I gave him one round out of sympathy. I was like, nigga, can you throw some punches?
Hey,
Who had a
Jason,
better
I
performance,
feel you,
Canelo
Jason.
or Bill?
Huh?
I mean, who had a better performance, Canelo or George Kambosos?
Shit, Cambosis
George
actually
Kambosos or who?
Or Canelo, who had a better performance in their last bout?
Cambosis actually put some work in, I think, in the second round, but shit, Canelo just sat there and just sat on the ropes and got beat the hell up.
And
Actually,
that's saying something because ain't neither one of them really do much. Hey,
actually,
no,
the
I was gonna say, Jason, I feel you, bro. But I thought Triple G won both fights. I thought he won the first one more convincing, but I mean, I just thought he dominated both fights. To be honest
I
with you,
I
I
honestly
thought
feel
he got
like
his ass beat the second one.
I feel like Triple G won the first fight, but really got the draw in the second fight.
I thought he won the first fight convincingly and got his ass whooped because he stepped off the gas in the second fight.
He picked up the gas in the seventh round.
Yeah, he started putting in a little bit of work, but Canelo was landing. Canelo was landing the more effective shots. He was landing more often. But Julius, what you said about Canelo's ego and losing, that's exactly why I think Triple G gonna come in here and get ran over. Because if Canelo makes weight, he gonna come in bombing. He's not even gonna waste time with Triple G, all that boxing shit. He's gonna come in bombing now. That could be a liability if he run into something and Triple
yeah,
G still got that power.
Triple G still got power. He can't move no more. That's the thing. He can't move, and he's not gonna be able to cut no ring off or nothing like that. But if Canelo just come to him, the old saying in boxing, it's a cliche, but it is some truth to it. The last thing a fighter lose is his power.
How? That's
So
true.
you could be a 39-year-old scrub now, but if a young cat come in that ring with too much smoke and run into something, you'll knock him out. And that's what could happen.
And that's what I feel like is going to happen to Nui tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning. And Beehive think I'm crazy. He said, "All right, man, crazy thinking this shit."
No,
I'm like, dude.
I didn't say you were crazy. I just said there's only one way that could happen.
And that's the way I'm saying it's gonna happen.
Okay, hey,
That's the thing. I ain't saying he about to go in there and outbox the nigga. I'm saying that he's so Donaire is happy that he got to pick them damn gloves for this fight, cause he gonna go in there bombing, trying to knock this motherfucker out.
hey, eight ball corner pocket. That left hook that he landed, that fractured Inoue's orbital. Like I said, if he lands that 2 inches lower and hit that chin, Inoue gonna go to sleep.
I was watching that.
That
today.
left hook is ridiculous.
Look, I literally watched that fight for the very first time today, and I'm like, yo, that second round where he hit him with that left hook, and that you could see his eye opening up in real time. I said, oh shit. If he probably had them MX gloves on right then and there,
Right, what's
he probably would have slept his ass.
And, it's funny that he usually wears horsehair gloves, but I'm pretty sure Inoue got to choose the gloves that round, so they wore the Japanese winnings. But then Inoue gonna wear horsehair and everybody else. That's why Donaire was like, nah, nigga, we gonna be even this time.
Even Steven this time. And that's why, like, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. So I'm staying up. I don't want to wake up and be like, damn, fuck,
Well,
I missed that shit. I want to see that shit live.
I think the fight's happening tonight because Japan's like, I believe it's like a day like ahead of America, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah.
like we would have to be like staying up till like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, damn that. I ain't doing that.
I got my alarm clock set to 5.
Yeah, Eastern
Yeah,
time.
like I'm not gonna watch that.
I'm on
Eastern-
Central Time.
Okay, yeah. So for you, the whole thing starts at 4:40 a.m.
4:40 a.m.
Yeah,
For Art Man, 5:40 for
yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, for me it's 5:40 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, when I wake up
Get up
after 6, when I wake up after 6 o'clock, a little bit after that in the morning, I might turn it on, you know what I'm saying, and see what round in, or if it's gone, if it's off, it's off, you know what I'm saying. But I ain't doing nothing special.
Jules
Like I
gonna be
told
up
y'all, like,
way.
hey,
I got work. I got work in the morning. I'm not finna wake up early for all that. Fuck that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
and good
feel
thing
you.
I'm off. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
man.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, like
I'm gonna
I
fuck around and
told
have an
P
art
Hab,
man
man.
fucking a Nui fight party tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be the only one up in this bitch.
I hear
Oh
you
shit,
go up.
solo
Hey,
dolo.
hey, you and Southern T be the only ones up doing it. Cause I know he gonna do it.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if Donaire actually beats Inoue, like I'll be shocked.
Man, if Donaire get this win, bro, Inoue is on permanent fraud watch. I don't want to hear shit else about this dude. I like, don't get me wrong, Inoue cool, he looks good. I personally pick him to stop Donaire within 7 rounds. But if he fucks this up, man, oh my god.
Yeah, because he's supposed to win the fight.
I mean,
He should win the fight. Like young fighters are supposed to take out old heads like pretty much easily, to be honest with you.
this nigga's
Right.
40. This nigga's 40
Yeah,
with like 6 losses. Like, this should
Remember
be-
what Terry Norris did to Sugar Ray Leonard?
right.
Yeah, he said he felt bad for doing it too.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do to him.
Right. This is supposed to be sweet. This is supposed to be cake. This is supposed to be a changing of the guard. Like
Yeah, that Floyd Mayweather Canelo, that's an anomaly. That's not supposed to happen.
do again.
And that's why people be hating. That's actually one of my favorite Floyd Mayweather fights, just off the fact alone that
Right.
everybody was writing him off, and they were saying things like Floyd and got old, his timing getting off.
Yeah.
And did he do this after the Manny Pacquiao fight or the before?
before.
Oh, before. Damn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's just again, Canelo keep listening to his dumbass fans. They keep gassing his ass up, blowing smoke. Oh, you could beat everybody, and then he get in there and get his ass whooping and blame everybody but the people responsible. It's like, nigga, you should have used your fucking brain. I mean, I understand it was some bread, but come on, dude, you didn't really get in there and do anything, did you? It's just like honestly, I kind of wish that the Bivol situation went right so he can get in there and fight Usyk and get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Because
Oh shit.
Usyk would have retired him. Usyk would have beat the hell out of Canelo, bro.
Yeah, Usyk would dog walk his ass.
Yeah, Usyk
But there was like legit people that really thought he could do that.
bro.
Bro, like I mean, honestly, like I'd like to see Canelo fight Errol Spence. Honestly, like I want to see that shit so bad.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see Earl and Bud first though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, we ain't throwing Canelo in no super fight no more. Straight up.
Floyd already
He
did that,
done
give him all this
lost.
clout.
Yeah, he done lost, and to Bivol got beat up. So I don't want to see him now in this super fight where Earl Spence got to move up 3 weight classes and all. No. I want to see Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, the biggest fight in boxing, the fight for pound, the
Best fight in the world.
best fighter in the world, the biggest Black American fight since Holyfield and Tyson. That's what I want to see. Point
Facts.
blank. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo can, hey, like they like to say, he can go to the back of the line. And on top of that, I wish is a couple things I wish Mayweather never done, but one of them is that Mexican Independence Day stuff, the May and September, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody care about them dates like that, like for real. Like
Mm-hmm.
folks acting like that's a hold up of Spence and Bud. They black.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. They can fight August or they can fight October, November. You ain't got to fight on no Mexican Independence Day, and they black. They two
Right.
black Americans. What they look like doing that? Nah, man.
Yeah, but I think what the problem is just that if Errol Spence and Crawford were to fight, like let's just say like the same month of Triple G and Canelo, they could fight. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. They could fight pretty much like a week before or a week after because that pretty much opens up with the year or the end of what the year pretty good, and then after that, leading into October.
Well, but maybe people think like people are not going to try to pay for 2 pay-per-views. Like the regular person.
Oh
Think
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
A lot of these garbage dudes are gonna pay for fucking Canelo and Triple G just because that's what they used to. Unfortunately, the casual bigot dollar still matters.
Okay, but on our end, or actually Spence and Crawford's end, they need to promote this fight. Like the regular shit they be doing is not going to work.
Oh,
Like,
this fight has already been promoted. Like the press
yeah,
conference.
but I'm talking about
already-
like you got to go a little bit extra effort than you normally do. Like,
Crawford
know-
gotta stop bullshitting because I'm hearing he's the fucking holdup here.
Again,
it's gonna get signed.
I'm gonna tell you this, D Hive. I'm gonna be real about that, and I think that nobody really knows because Al Heyman don't do a lot of negotiating out in the public. Like he go into closed door. Next thing you know, we be hearing about a fight that got made. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't believe the guy saying what Bud said. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe him because Bud don't talk to him. No
Right.
disrespect, Bud don't talk to them.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot of line which come with the territory because people want to do beef first or clickbait or whatever. I just think that I believe that fight gonna get made. I think it's gonna be made soon. And then, like I said, man, I will not bash Bud Crawford or Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? I just want them brothers to get paid. I want them to fight, and I'm ready for it. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. And all them other guys, they ain't fans of neither guy. They just go with the flow. Some people like cooning so bad that they'll just take, you know what I'm saying, the one that they think that is so-called lesser black. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it, bro.
That's the black.
No, what I'm saying is, like, to a non-black person, the black guy will go with the fighter that he know the non-black person will go with. The one that a non-black would say, oh, he's not as black as Earl, even though Bud Crawford is smoky black. You get what I'm saying? Complexion. And I'm gonna go and look. And hold up a second, Art man. Hold up, because I know they watch the show. So I'm gonna let people see I'm the same complexion as Bud Crawford. So I'm not saying it in that kind of way. I'm just saying how they look at it. You get what
I was about to say, can't get no more black than Bud Crawford.
I'm up there with Bud. You feel me?
Unless you're dark.
Somebody said,
Like
"Art
super
man, you
dark
talk all
skin.
this FBA stuff. Bud's 100% FBA." I'm
Yo.
like, nigga, bro, come on now. What the fuck are we talking about here?
So wait,
Oh,
what is
because
it?
Spencer
FBA?
Jamaican or whatever.
Yeah, because
It's not-
Smith is Jamaican and FBA, but it's like, bro, it don't matter. These are two skilled
Yeah.
fighters at the end of the day.
So what
I
is
ain't judging off
FBA
who's the
mean?
It's
black
not
is.
Buzz. It's not Buzz's
Foundational
fault.
Black American. That's what that stands for.
It's not Buzz's fault that
okay.
he's a fucking token
Yeah.
for bigot boxing Twitter. It's not his fault. It's bigot boxing Twitter's
He's a
fault.
foundational Black American. Oh man,
Yeah,
I gotta
Hey.
link that to
Man,
somebody.
did y'all see that post I posted on Twitter that went viral?
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh,
That shit is
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, man!
that's
They
I'm
mad.
funny
like,
as fuck.
I didn't even know that shit was gonna go big like
Hey,
that.
you know how I know
That was
like
cool
they
though.
can't even deny it because if you read like the comments or like the replies, it's not too many people like disagreeing with your post.
I
Because they
It
know.
what
is.
can
If
they say?
It is
anything,
what
if
it
any, if
is.
anything, anybody that say anything crazy about it is getting the
Yeah,
work. They getting the
right.
work in that damn comment section. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
yo,
definitely.
somebody was like, your boy Pablo. He was like, man, Art man, what the hell? You got all these
Yeah, they
FBA
got
brothers and
Pablo.
sisters coming at me.
Hey, you know what they be saying? But Wilder.
Yeah, what? I seen 1,000 Book Wilders in that fucking. Everybody's like, bro,
That's the
Right.
come on,
favorite
man.
comeback.
Yeah, and then keep in mind,
Yeah.
AJ is still up there with. But I'm not saying we claim his ass, but it ain't all Tyson Fury up there. It's fucking AJ. It's fucking AJ and Usyk still. AJ still in the mix. Tyson
Yeah,
Fury don't even want to fight fucking Usyk. So what are we talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, bro. They want to. And it's funny because dude, if Tyson Fury didn't do anything, UK boxing would be in the shitter.
Pretty
UK,
much.
we wouldn't even be talking about UK boxing. Who do them niggas have? Connor fucking
And the
pussy ass
thing is,
Ben.
they don't even
He's
really
they bitch.
respect Tyson Fury, bro. They just like the fact that he was able to beat Wilder, regardless if it's through cheating or not.
Hey, their best prospect is some dude named Dennis the Menace McCann and
Mm,
Connor Ben. That's pretty much it.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Two
And
dudes that
look,
as
you
soon as they
know,
step up, gonna get murked.
and
Right.
y'all got to understand, you know, the reason that they love what Tyson Fury did is that, man, I can remember back 20, 30 years all the way to the day. I mean, how many Americans have ripped the great British fighter that come across the pond and come back, go back over knocked out or concussed, or you know what I'm saying? Like, or
Yeah.
went to England and beat their best fighter up. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing, man. Like England really, you know, they love boxing, and like they best fighter, like a run of the mill fighter over here, like stomp out their best fighter in their country, man.
Hey,
So when they got that
yeah.
Tyson Fury win, like they was riding that thing, man.
And
I
that's
will say
why,
this though. I
and
will
that's
say
why.
this.
Uh-huh.
One thing about UK fans, like at least they ride with their own. Like when
Right.
Kell Brook, who you can consider a black Brit, I guess, when he
Mm,
fought Triple G, they was rocking with Kell Brook 100%. Like you
right.
here, motherfuckers will root for the foreign fighter if he's going up against an American
All the
fighter.
time.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
All
He
So
the
has,
I
time.
got to give the UK fans credit for that at least.
Yeah, they
Nigga,
ride with
UK
him.
fans, they ride what they do so much, even though they Tyson Fury is connected to them person that sold their mama crack. They willing to say fuck all that.
Oh, and listen, man, prayers go out to the African fighter, man.
Oh
That
yeah,
he's in a
that shit was
coma now,
scary.
bro.
Oh, he's in a coma now.
Yeah,
Damn. And it
yep.
was like a simple jab that hit him, but I'm thinking it was like accumulative damage that already
Cause them
took
dudes
place.
be they
It
probably
probably
be
happened in sparring, man.
they be sparring hard
Yeah,
as
It
hell
be
over there.
happening in
yeah,
sparring.
that shit ain't regulated. They just be bombing on each other without headgear in the gym and shit.
that's crazy. Can't
So
do
what
that.
happened? I seen it like he got hit, and then he put the dude in the ropes, and the next thing you know, he's walking towards the referee, trying to hit the referee and shit. That's just
Yeah,
bad, man.
he
Like,
need to quit boxing. To be
No,
honest with you.
well, this guy, man, is, you know, I mean, they worried about is he gonna live?
Yeah,
Yeah, nah. If he makes that,
prayers out to that man.
It said, yeah.
and that's why people be like, "Oh, these fights was boring. You should have been out there and would have had a war."
Right.
yeah, not everyone wants to be fucking mumbling like Holyfield. Like, dude, like after Chocolatito retires, even in Spanish, do y'all think he's gonna be okay?
Oh, and hold on, here you go. It
He's gonna be
said that this
fucked.
guy, the guy, his name Simiso, he had just graduated 2 weeks ago at UNA Zulu in zoology and botany. The family can't understand why this has happened because he has such a bright future. Yeah,
Damn.
yep. And it said his trainer, some, I mean, Bika Mega or something Zulu, shared that there's no change in his condition. He's in a coma. He's not talking, moving, or doing anything right now. The doctors say there could be a blood clot on his brain due to a blow to the head. Yep. Bad news, man.
Bad news, man. And people understand like this sport, it helps many people's lives, but it also ruins some people's lives too.
Oh, definitely.
Like Wilder could have fucking died, man.
He
Like
literally could have died
man.
in the second and the third fight.
Like what they were in there doing, the dude could have fucking died, man. That's why steroids is an issue in boxing. Like I know you say Stanionis looks suspect, but like if he was actually like if we had proof he was juicing, that dude, look at that dude, he's a fucking tank.
Nah,
Man.
I think Butiev is on some shit because
Me too.
that motherfucker never gets tired, and he was getting hit with some shit and not moving. And I know Stanionis ain't pillow
Both of
fix
them,
it.
they was getting punched to the side of the head, the back of the head, and they was still moving and grooving. I'm like, man.
I'm saying, it's that Eastern European chin. Like I said, any dude with the back of his head is flat is hard as fuck to knock out. I don't know what it is about that skull.
They banned the whole Russian team from the Olympics because they be juicing too much.
Yeah, and all the Russians do is change the flag. Like, nigga, we going anyway. Shit.
Right,
I'm
we
leaving
just
here with
we
something.
working for the Ukraine now.
Exactly. They just figured it out.
Yep.
But yeah, prayers out to that dude, man. It's just very unfortunate. Like, I also think about that. Like, what if that happened to one of our favorite fighters that we love?
Yeah.
All our favorite
Like,
fighters
like,
are
okay,
good, so
let
I
me
don't have
ask
to
you,
worry
brother
about that.
Julius. Did you
Say that
ever
again.
think- let me ask you, brother Julius. Did you ever think that what was going to happen to Jared McKellen? You think it was going to happen to him?
You know,
Did
it
you
was
see that coming?
no. But some people that I talked to that know better, more of the situation than me, because I was younger, you know what I'm saying, when that happened. I wasn't no baby, you know what I'm saying. I was a teenager, but the thing is Gerald used to love to wear the rubber suits in training. And he had a hard fight against Julian Jackson probably like 3 months before that fight that got him hurt, man. And so
What you try to say? He was dehydrated in that fight?
I mean, I'm just saying that the guy believed in the rubber suits, you know what I'm saying? And he had been in some tough fights, before, but I'm saying he loved the rubber suits. And a lot of fighters, and that's why Tank Davis, man, I be worried about him because he's another guy that wear those rubber suits. And yeah, you lose water from around your brain by being dehydrated like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Could I also chime in on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because I used to wrestle back in high school, and I seen several people back in the day do that, and I was actually thinking that was actually useful because usually, how wrestling matches go is that you basically weigh in on the same day. So the problem with that is that you're sacrificing a lot of water weight for your body weight, and by time when it's ready for you to get ready for your match, all that adrenaline kicks in, and that drains out most of your muscles and your energy. So you're not going to be 100% to be ready. So similar to that with boxing, I do feel concerned for a guy like Gervonta Davis trying to basically force himself to sweat more in the gym to cut weight. I think that's going to harm him in the future because I personally think Gervonta is really not fighting at his true natural weight because if anything, Gervonta, he should be fighting at least at 140 or 147.
You think so?
Yeah.
I gotta agree
Because
with
Javonte's a
Pride.
small dude. I think
No.
I'm short. I think he's shorter than me.
Tank is exactly what his name says. He is a tank. He got a big old head, and his body is not as small. You get what I'm saying? And also to add something on to this, and you know, I'm gonna be on the show in a week or so, and we're gonna talk about bad and good trainers because a couple of the trainers have heard some of the things I say, and a couple people agree with it, and some are very upset. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I
They
have
heard it. What you mean?
nothing.
They was listening to the channel?
They've been listening to a couple channels that I've been doing, man. I've been
Oh, okay.
talking some of this talk. They heard some from here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, Red and some of those guys, man, caught wind to some of the stuff I said about Bo Mac. But I keep it boxing. And boxing wise, I'm gonna say something about Calvin Ford. Training and the weight thing, that go back to some training, and it also got something to do with Tank discipline. But I'm just saying, if y'all saw the fight, man, y'all saw his last fight.
You
He,
talking
you
about
know,
Rolly?
no, yeah, against Rolly. Hey,
Okay.
man, I love Tank Davis, but we gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do nothing in that fight.
Yeah, Gervonta just looked
Except
like
landed
I
a
mean, he
big
knocked
punch.
his ass
He ain't
out.
throw nobody. No, brother. Listen, and this is why in boxing that, and it's not your fault. I'm just speaking the facts. This is why a lot of these fighters never improve because they look at it like, okay, I got the knockout. But bro, you didn't do nothing and you wasn't fighting anybody. You got to be better. Like even when D High broke down Devin win over Cambosis, he was complimentary because Devin won, but he also know, man, Devin got to be better when his competition step up. Like
Yeah.
Tank can't land 25 punches in 6 rounds against no high level fighter. He's, you know what I'm saying? You can't knock out a high level fighter and you only landed 20 punches in 6 rounds.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well,
So,
I mean, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
what do you think about Devin Haney versus Cambosis? Like, you don't think that he did a good job by keeping him at bay with that jab?
I
Di,
think that, oh, you talking D Hive or me?
yeah, Di.
Okay.
No, everything that Devin Haney did against Cambosis was perfectly fine. My point was not like one of the things is that when Devin Haney always has his right hand to cover the left side of to cover the right side of his face. Even with that, he still gets caught with left hooks sometimes while the guard is up. That's number one. Number two, it was the lack of offense. The defense, the jab, all that was fine, but there were some moments where he could have capitalized and put some punches together, and he elected not to. When Cambosis fights with his hands down, is vulnerable to every punch in the book. That
One
kind of
thing I did notice though, D Hive, and my girl noticed it too, because we was watching this shit. We was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, George Cambosis is fast as fuck.
he does have fast. That's
I
that.
think Devin didn't want to get countered, throwing multiple punches, and then this nigga hits him with that motherfucker, that I'm just tired of this. Just throw that fucking right hand out of nowhere.
No, that's the only advantage Cambosis had over Devin Haney was raw
So I feel
hands.
like he was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take this one home.
Yeah, Cambosos had like a little,
For sure, and
like Manny Pacquiao ish type of like combination puncher.
for sure. That's perfectly fine. But all I'm saying is that when you're facing a more dynamic opponent that can get past the jab, you're gonna have to have more to your arsenal than just the jab because that's easy access for someone to get inside, like a Shakur or like a Tank. Like Lomachenko, you can do that jab. You can do that jab shit and keep him at the edge of that shit the entire fight. You can do the same thing to him. But somebody like Tank, who knows how to slip, who stays in the high guard, who knows how to avoid jabs, if you can't score any points with the jab, you got to have another gear.
What's up, he who greets with fire? Also, too, man, the way to offset the jab is for you to double jab. So if someone's jabbing you, you jab the jabber. You know what I'm saying? In that while they jabbing, you jabbing at the same time.
I
Punch
was
with
watching
someone.
Donaire versus Anui, and Donaire,
Mhm.
matter of fact, both of them was doing it good, where they'll throw a jab, and the dude would just throw either or would throw a punch right over that jab.
Right. I mean,
Right.
and that's and also, you know, Another thing that Kambosos didn't do because he didn't know how to do it was to get in and smother Devin, to jab, get double jab in between his jab, get on the inside and just stay there. Because even though Devin Haney's a good fighter, I ain't seen that kind of veteran savvy where you couldn't drag him into a fight where
I
you
mean, he's
just
been doing it though. I
hmm?
feel like he has. Like nobody really pulled him into a firefight. I feel like he did that with Linares on his own. It wasn't
One thing
no,
Linares hit him with a
no,
good shot,
no,
so he got to come back.
I'm talking about just a ugly fight, not a fight where the Linares was more of Devin using his skills and Linares caught him with a shot. No, I'm talking about fighting like a Brooklyn brawler type fighter, someone who all they're gonna do is just get on the inside and just smother, like a Chavez type fighter or like a Jose Castillo type fighter. And
Sean Porter.
he gonna eventually fight some Mexicans. And I'm talking about that just get on the inside and all they doing is staying right there. They're gonna just smother you all night. You get
one thing
yeah, Pitbull. Thank you, Jay James.
Yeah,
Pitbull
Pitbull.
is one of those fighters.
one
Just
thing I
smother.
will one thing I will say is that for future for just as an adjustment, Devin needs to take Devin needs to take a page out of either Bivol or Shane Mosley's book, and you don't have to throw the jab hard. You can throw just a lot of pity patter jabs,
Range
and then,
finder.
yeah,
Yeah.
rangefinders, and then follow something up real quick behind it. That's what Shane Mosley always used to do. Shane Mosley wouldn't even throw the jab hard. He would just kind of
Mm-hmm.
have it out there as a probe, and then kind of like touch the opponent's face, and then follow up with something real hard to the head or to the body right afterwards. You got to do that. Like Bivol,
Man, there was times where this nigga, I'm like, when he popped him
Facts
and
who
then he threw
greet
that
your
right
fire.
hand, and I'd be like, yo, Devin, come follow up with some shit.
exactly. It was a very limited offense, and when you have someone that knows how to get around the jab, you got to bring something else to the table. You got to have another
I
gear.
feel like Devin Haney versus Kambosos was similar to Canelo versus Bivol because they really just beat their guys with just a simple 1-2. But
I
Yeah,
Devin threw
mean,
more. Devin, look, 85 jabs landed. I forgot how much he threw, but 85 landed.
Yeah, he landed a crap load of jabs.
yeah. I mean, the jab was fantastic, but I liked the punch variety from the Linares fight. That version of Devin Haney, minus the inside fighting, is hard as hell to beat.
mhm.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought we was gonna be seeing more of that Devin in this fight. To be honest,
Right. I thought he was gonna like take
yeah,
him
because
out,
Well,
he was doing
tear
all
him
this
out the
catching and
frame.
shooting shit. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, he about to come in there and knock. He about to sleep buddy ass. He went in there and just boxed his ass.
I mean, that's what you had to do in enemy territory. But I hope if they get the Lomachenko fight, I hope he throws every punch possible at Lomachenko. I'm talking
Oh my
light,
god, man! I want
light his
Devin to try to
ass up,
stop him, bro.
bro. Because
Try
Yeah,
to
I want
stop
to
him.
see.
Fuck him.
hey,
I want to see Devin versus Loma.
look. Let me ask y'all this, and this is not gonna be a popular question I'm gonna ask, but it's something that need to be asked. When Devin was saying Allah Arapa at the end of the fight, do y'all think that's gonna hurt him going forward with ESPN or fighting on any other network? Because besides the situation with Prince Nassim, we've never really seen too many, and Mike Tyson at times really go into the Muslim faith as far as when they fight.
I think that if it starts, I think first of all, no. But if it did, I think he would just change his attitude and stop doing that so publicly. I don't think that they would let that get in
Yeah,
between them and
I don't
business.
think it's necessary.
I mean,
Because like I personally think, like, to me personally, like, I think any professional athlete should keep their religious beliefs private, outside of sports. And I think for Devin's case, like, he's like a better, individual by just keeping everything professional. And if you want to, use your religious beliefs, then I would use that in any other public setting, other than, like your fights. But
You know, I'm glad that you brought that up, brother Julius, because I wasn't even thinking about that. But
Mm-hmm.
now I am. And it
I don't
really
think
got
it's
me
going to
thinking, like,
factor in.
yeah, like that is tough. But I feel like Devin, the type of person, if they gave him that talk, they might just say, like D-High say, we just gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Yeah.
gonna do too much.
To me, it doesn't bother me. It clearly doesn't bother the American audience because no one really brought that up as far as mainstream media is concerned. But if it got to the point where it'd be affecting broadcast deals or somebody asked him not to do it, he would just simply probably not do it.
I feel like
yeah,
it's been more of the comment about him saying, "I'll never let a white boy beat me." That's
Yeah,
still
that's
sticking to him.
that's more controversial than his
It,
religion.
and
People
and
whining about that bullshit.
and Jay James, I brought that up because I know that it's been situations where they had told guys to, what I'm saying, to tone down certain things. And again, brother, I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that's selling a product might have a problem with it, especially, the climate that we in. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the climate that we in. What if you start talking about some shit? Next thing you know, they
Right.
Showtime accused of being anti-Muslim. You
I
know
mean,
what
you
I'm
could
saying?
think about it. When they don't allow
ESPN.
too many black fighters, can't really talk, you know what I'm saying? Any black talk, but they could speak on something else. And I don't believe that no fighter wants to that's black want to talk black, you know what I'm saying, black issues. I think a lot of times they tell them to tone that down. You know what I'm saying?
You think they try to give Wilder to talk?
question. Jeez.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely, they'll tell him to tone it down as far as on the network. You get what I'm saying? Like they won't say nothing if he came on your show or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as on the network, yeah,
We're not finna have you on 8K television saying Allahu Akbar.
exactly.
I
We need to
mean,
pay for all
Devin.
these cameras. Hell
Facts.
no.
He who greets with fire. I agree.
You better say
Facts.
you love
I
Jesus and
mean,
that's it.
Devin can say
Right.
like he can say all praise to God, but like to anything
I mean,
of his
that's what
like
he's saying though.
yeah. But like the thing is that to any marketing standard, to those that don't really hear those things, on a constant daily basis, those people will start to get maybe a little bit shook like away from that to say, okay, well, I don't want to be hearing that.
Anybody who bothers Devin about his religion already didn't like him. They were just looking for another excuse. So
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I personally,
But
I
that will
personally
also
think it's a
trigger a
non. I
divide for
personally
him
think
too.
it's a non-issue.
I
Devin
don't think we
Haney's
should
career,
focus too much on it because
yeah, Devin
if
Haney's career is already divisive.
let's not if they're not even talking about it, let's
Yeah,
not give them something to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter. And if the networks really came to him and said, "Oh, we got some of the reports back, and it's indicated that viewers don't like," then he'll just stop saying it. But honestly, Devin Haney is already a polarizing figure because no one wanted him in this position. Now he's being weighed against Lomachenko. He's being weighed against Tank. He's being weighed against Shakur. So the religious bullshit is it's a non-issue. It's just something. It's just another fucking talking point. They could be like, "Oh, how are you American and being Muslim?" It's gonna be some bullshit. It's just bullshit.
yeah. Well, but the problem is just that to any casual, person that doesn't really keep up with that, they're gonna be like, okay, well, like, why the hell of like is Devin saying that? And to any marketing standpoint, for Devin to put himself out there, people would just want to just hear him talk, about his successes rather than bringing up his, religious
He
fortitude.
doesn't talk about his
Man,
religion. He
hold on,
says
scratch that.
Allah Akbar and
You,
that's it.
yo, you know what I like about Devin Haney right now? I feel like the casuals they're looking at this Devin Haney as is this the guy that's coming out the woodworks that's going to be the guy that can beat Javante Davis? I've been
Yeah,
hearing a lot of that from the casuals
Hey,
lately.
one other thing to add to the when he said the Allah Rakbar, um,
Allahu Akbar.
Bill wife said it too on the way back to the locker room.
Yeah.
Is she Muslim? Is she Muslim too, or is she just perpetrating?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't
You
know,
know,
bro. I
okay, but
don't know, man.
okay, let's go back to what I was saying basically about Devin Haney and Javante Davis and the
Uh-huh.
casuals. The casuals building it as the guy that could possibly beat Javante Davis.
Well, Devin Haney's the only one that ever called out Tank with any legitimate conviction, so clearly Devin believes
Well,
it.
Shakur has too.
Shakur called them out too.
Yeah,
Shakur's full of
Shakur
shit.
has too.
Shakur
And
is
then Gary
Matt,
Russell too.
Gary
matter of
Russell.
fact, Shakur said that he actually had called out Devin and Tank.
Yeah, and then every time someone goes and talks about him fighting them, all he does is bitch about 130. Man, fuck 130. Ain't nobody down there for
Well,
you
he
to.
said he'll go up to 35.
Well, then he needs to hurry up and make a move. All he's doing is talking shit, and then every time someone asks him about it, he goes, "Oh, I'm handling business at 130." Well, then shut your goddamn mouth.
Well,
Stop letting-
I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth, man. Bob Arum is at that age where he don't care about these guys as it is. So he may go to Shakur and say, "Hey, man, I want you to fight Devin at 35." Look, I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep into that fight because it ain't been
Man,
made.
and that's
But
what I'm
I
thinking
think
too.
Devin and
let's
Shakur should
let's
fight each
have
other
it.
next.
I'm like,
I
How
want
old
to
is
see him
Bob Arum?
fight next.
Yeah,
90.
I want to see that fight next.
I want to see it next.
shit, good. That's what I'm talking about.
Or
Shakur ain't about to do shit at 130.
How do you
anyway.
build that up, though?
And
For
then
the
the winner
casuals.
goes to
How
Shakur.
you build what fight? Shakur and Devin?
That's
Yeah.
easy.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how you do it. You paint it as two of the most skilled fighters in boxing in their prime, in their youth, and two urban fighters. Let's go.
Niggas at Urban.
You know
Black
top
Americans
you know
about to
top
show it
ranking
down.
in fucking
Yeah, well,
graffiti.
and look, D Hive, you know why I use the
He
word
said
urban
Urban.
because that's what Top Rank gonna paint it as two urban fighters. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da.
But the truth be told is that anybody who they think takes Devin Haney out is going to be exciting. I mean, look at on YouTube the Zone's highlights of the Linares fight. It's got 4.3 million views.
Yeah.
Whoever they think takes Devin Haney out is going to sell.
Wow.
Dude, Devin Haney, he sells like basically anywhere. But
You think he'll sell out now?
Yeah, because people want to see him
Yeah.
lose now. People want to see whoever clips him. That's all anyone's talking about. They're talking
yeah,
about
they
who's
just
gonna.
want to see Devin
They're
lose.
talking about who's going to clip Devin Haney first. Is it going to be Tank? Is it going to be Cambozo in the rematch? Is it going to be Loma? Is it going to be
Okay,
Shakur?
if Haney can't fight Javante or Shakur next, who should he fight?
Punk ass Lomachenko.
Lomachenko.
Get his
And I
bitch
feel
ass
like
up.
Top Rank want that shit too. That's why they keep on they was telling George, like, yo, man, like, nigga, do you really want to do this shit again? Like, you basically got your ass kicked. Come on, man.
Yeah, got your ass beat.
And
But then on top of that,
Lomachenko gonna lose too, so it's whatever. Bring his bitch ass on.
Hey, brother Julius, did you hear Mark Kriegel or Joe Tessitore, I meant, and Tim Bradley during the broadcast of the fight?
I heard, look, I started picking up the fight because I was going like round one. I think Fulton was like in the 9th or 10th round. So by round 4, I saw the fight all the way through at that point where I didn't have no rounds that I missed. And I heard Tim Bradley the whole time. He was praising Devin pretty good. Definitely. So yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, they said, okay. So I was listening to Dante's Boxing Nation, right? And he had a clip of Mark or Joe Tessitore or whatever. He's the blow-by-blow analyst.
Right.
Man, there was a clip of him not speaking for a minute while Devin Haney was outperforming him in the 7th round, outlanding and everything, shining on him.
Wait,
And they said
again,
that man wasn't talking for a whole minute.
hey, again, man, you gotta, this is something that you already know, man.
That is nuts. That's nuts. So
what haven't we seen that before from them guys?
Where when the guys just whooping ass, they just shut up.
I mean, we've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I have seen them phantom punches be landing. Like they act like a guy's landing when nothing's landing. I seen a clip where they was praising Lomachenko for his footwork and head movement, and the guy landed 2 jabs on him out of 3 punches. So I done seen all type of crazy stuff from those guys. I'm just being real. So nothing. I mean,
Nothing
at this
phases-
point, nothing amazes me. That's minor because they done did, for them to make a loss from Lomachenko disappear. Also, Max Kellerman still wouldn't acknowledge Devin Haney as the undisputed champion. So, bro, nothing surprises me with them guys.
That shit is just nuts, man. Like,
Yo, all right, man.
what's up?
Did I ever tell you that I'm going to the Berlanga fight this weekend?
Yeah, you said
Oh,
that
you about
last
to
time.
see the
Yeah.
monster.
Berlanga fights this weekend. Holy shit!
Yeah, Angulo, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh, Gulo who?
The dude.
David
that Canelo-
Benavidez is.
Oh,
He was
I
he
thought
was
you-
that black dude that got
Oh
his ass.
yeah, I know who you're
Yeah.
talking about. I know who you're
that
talking about.
dude. Shit,
I know who
dude-
you're talking about.
that
I
dude's
thought
not
you was talking
terrible.
about the fucking dude who fought Canelo back in the
No,
day.
no. That would be such a shit fight.
That's what I was about to say. Please don't tell me that's just not true.
This one is a shit fight. Too.
I'd be
Angulo.
laughing if he actually fought Alfredo Angulo
I
because
don't know. Y'all talking shit.
they would
Bet-
market that being, oh my god, Puerto Rican superstar Edgar Berlanga
Oh
knocks
no,
him.
I got.
Your boy,
This fight is ass.
Zanez, what was his illness that he got, man?
Some bullshit.
I think it was probably due to the illness out in Australia. But
He was crying.
yeah, he basically got some
Officially.
medical condition where he can't breathe or some shit. Like I'm not, but like according to him, he says that he can't, like I guess perform as well, for the fight. So his fight got canceled. But then on top of that, what gets me pissed off is that why the hell were you all the way out in Australia training with George Kambosos, knowing that you had a fight coming up?
That's exactly why I think the illness is some bullshit.
Yeah,
And that's what makes me feel like is there another top rank card coming on pretty soon?
There's the Better
yeah,
Beer
the
than
Joe Smith Jr. Better Beer card.
No,
And
that's too soon.
And then don't forget that Stephen Shaw, he fights in July.
Oh, Stephen Shaw ain't shit. He's not a draw.
What about your man with the mascot?
Oh, Abraham Nova?
When does he fight?
He fights next weekend.
Who is he?
Abraham Nova.
He's fighting Robesi Ramirez, the former opponent.
Cuban?
Yeah, the gold medalist.
Okay.
Yep.
Good fight.
Yeah, that's a good smoke.
Yeah, because I think Abraham, he told me that him and his team tried to get the Navarrete fight, but Navarrete didn't want to fight him because he didn't get like enough money for it. So Abraham said, I think in a show episode with Kind of Loco the other day, saying that he basically offered to Navarrete his purse, and then Navarrete declined and shit. So basically,
Because
Abraham,
what? Another 10 G's?
I don't know how much money that Navarrete wanted, but to me, like I find that to be like a duck anyway, because it's like Abraham wanted to fight him. So I mean,
man, I haven't seen Navarrete fight in a long time.
Yeah, Navarrete's
fight
been
was
very,
like-
very quiet.
His last fight was like
Christopher Pitufo Diaz.
But he
okay,
fought that dude.
No.
He fought a Puerto
uh,
Rican
Joette.
dude.
Joette Gonzalez. Joette.
That's what I said until you said he fought Diaz.
Oh, I thought he fought a Puerto Rican dude and then he drank some beers
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the fight with him.
That was Christopher Pitufo. But after that, he then fought Joette Gonzalez.
Damn, Top Rank got these dudes down bad out here.
Well, that's because
Does
he was supposed
Nova
to go
speak
from weight-
English?
Barely.
Yeah. He's very fluent.
He was supposed to go up and weight and
Okay.
fight Valdez, but Bob changed plans on that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he's kind of like shit. Am I gonna stay here? Am I gonna go to 130? Can you take his bitch ass up to 130?
I mean, he can fuck around and make a fight with Valdez.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah. Because now
it
that
don't matter.
now that he lost, I mean, shit. I think that him and Abraham Noah was a good fight.
Oscar Valdez should be happy that he only got an ass whooping like that, and it
Yeah,
wasn't no knockout.
imagine if he was fighting Tank.
Exactly. Oh my God,
He
Yeah,
would have got he would have
because
got
I wanna
smoked.
see Abraham beat.
his jaw would have been broke.
Yeah, he would have got the shit. Yeah, he would have got the shit knocked out of him.
I think Abraham can beat Navarrete.
Shit, Navarrete already has a loss to a nobody, so yeah, I'm confident he can beat his ass too.
Yeah, because if he beats him, he could either unify, to which I don't see any interest for that.
Who y'all got? Navarrete versus Gary Russell Jr. A healthy Gary Russell Jr.
No,
Hey, Russell stops
don't
him.
even do that. Yeah, that's corny. I don't know about stoppage, but Gary Russell will tap dance on his ass.
Yeah, Gary Russell would
One of
beat.
my favorite performances from Gary Russell was him versus JoJo Diaz. That shit was funny as hell because they was hyping it up like JoJo Diaz was really about to do something.
They always
He
do that.
got
Yeah,
schooled, man. That was beyond schooled. And even to this day, he said, "Man, I fought Haney and all, but Gary Russell, that's the nigga who really whooped my ass.
Yeah, because
I
Gary
ain't know
yeah,
Russell,
what to do in that
yeah.
shit."
Gary dished out a lot of whoopings in the amateurs, man.
Gary Russell too fast. He hit you with like 17 fucking punches and you throw one.
Man, I don't even like looking recognizing Mexio as a champion because it's like, bro, like you got your belt like a funny way. If
Mhm.
anything, we should call you the email belt or
And it's,
injured belt.
and it's funny because you know who reminds me of like a younger Gary Russell Jr.
Who?
Frank Martin.
Frank Martin. Yeah,
Frank
Yep,
Martin. I see a lot of Gary
that's a
Russell and Frank
bigger
Martin.
version.
Yeah, and that's
Frank
I'm
Martin
like,
fights like him, but then he also has a.
I
I
feel like
don't
Frank
know.
Martin fight like Errol Spence to
Well,
me.
I'm
He fights
upset
like
about that because
he
he's
fights like a.
not going to get a chance to fight now because the
oh, the
Charlo
Charlo.
fight got called off. So,
Yeah, this dude, like now he's getting injuries and shit. It's like Charlo, you're in your prime and you fighting Selecki, like
well, hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell you about Selecki. When Selecki fought Danny Jacobs a couple years ago, he was thought of as a can't miss. And let's be honest, I don't even think Danny Jacobs won that fight.
damn, you think Danny Jacobs lost?
Yeah, go back and watch it if you get a chance. If
Yeah,
you
I
ever,
remember
you
watching
don't
that shit.
care,
That was
you
like
know what I'm saying?
it was a tough fight. It was. I remember that shit, but I was just like, when I watched that fight live. I was just like, you know what? On to the next one.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it really
It's
was.
like,
Because didn't
woo,
he fight
don't know who
Derevchenko
won
after that?
that one. You know.
And then see Canelo. He know what the fuck he's doing. He fought Danny Jacobs coming off a fucking Derevchenko tough fight, Selecki tough fight, Triple G tough fight, and then you go in here and you barely edged it against this nigga Danny Jacobs.
Yeah, I mean, if Danny Jacobs was back to his old ways and knock a motherfucker smooth out, you wouldn't be fighting no damn Canelo.
He
Oh,
got one of Russell's nieces and started chilling,
Right, he went from 30 knockouts to fucking pillow fisted. Unfucking believable. I can't stand Danny
slapping
Jacobs.
his punches.
Garbage, straight trash. I don't want to hear
Motherfucker
from
don't
him.
throw no straight punch, no straight right hand. I feel like because these guys be injured on the low.
yeah,
I don't.
Danny Jacobs. He fights very like afraid.
I don't want to hear nothing from Danny Jacobs unless he's sacrificing himself to Charlo at 168. Outside of that, I don't even care.
Bro, this nigga has an L to fucking John Ryder.
He let John Ryder.
Ryder,
John
bro.
Ryder beat your
John
ass.
Ryder.
He let John.
All,
It's a gift to say.
although
I mean, he got
I thought
robbed,
that he
but
won, but you're right. Officially, he did lose it.
yeah, he clearly got robbed. But I'm like, you shouldn't even
Yeah.
let that go to the cards. Danny
Yeah,
Jacobs
he's
has
supposed to got a
more.
knockout.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
more than enough power to stop fucking
Could have
John.
knocked him down a couple times. He definitely would have got the
To
decision.
this day, I have yet to see the fucking highlights for that fight, and I don't even want to.
It's not even worth watching. The fight was fucking terrible. It was a terrible ass fight.
Yeah,
And I
but
know
Danny
what they're doing
Jacobs
too.
deserve it.
It's because they're trying to have that safety net fight versus Canelo, so Canelo could be like, well, at least you fought Danny Jacobs and he beat Danny Jacobs and I beat Danny Jacobs. So we have a common opponent.
And what's disgusting is that people were defending that shit. Oh well, John Ryder just coming off a Danny Jacobs win. I'm like, God, you guys are so fucking predictable.
And then you know how these dudes, they'll make a bold ass tweet and everybody be liking that shit. They'll say things like, well, if Charlo beats John Ryder, that would be the best victory he ever had because he beat Danny Jacobs.
And it's funny because the moment Charlo tries to actually fight John Ryder, they call John Ryder a fucking cherry pick.
Yep,
Like,
it is what it is, y'all. But shit, I gotta get up out of here because I gotta take a nap to watch that Anui fight. Y'all should tune into the motherfucking show 5 a.m.
the morning show.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
You
be
gonna be up,
asleep,
Crod?
brother.
No, like I have work at 2 p.m.
Damn, I thought you was gonna be in there, Crod. Fuck it.
No. Like I would like to, but I think I'll probably be knocked out sleeping.
All right, well y'all be safe, man.
All right,
All
thank you
right,
very
man.
much.
Have a good one.